Welcome back. It is 53 past the hour now. Time for your tropical update. I'm hurricane specialist Michael Laurie. The Pacific pretty active today, and usually what that means is the Atlantic taking a few days off. Fairly clear skies if you look across our enhanced satellite picture this afternoon across the Atlantic. We do have some showers and thunderstorms, as you notice, in the eastern Caribbean, but the Gulf of Mexico and the western Caribbean pretty quiet today. So if you have a cruise, one of those midsummer cruise, you picked a good week for that. We are watching a few tropical disturbances, tropical waves, as we call them, that are moving across the Caribbean and into the Gulf of Mexico. Now keep in mind that the atmosphere is like this river above us, and we watch the air flow through that river, and what happens is, just like what you get in the ocean, you get ripples within the air, and those ripples sort of resemble waves, and we call those tropical waves. We have one in the Gulf of Mexico. The good news here, though, is we have some northerly winds. That sinking air is really drying out the Gulf of Mexico today, so pretty quiet, even though we have that tropical disturbance moving into the Gulf. But over here in the eastern Caribbean, there is another wave. It's being enhanced by some strong upper winds coming out of the west, and that is creating all the showers and thunderstorms you're seeing here just to the south of Puerto Rico. There were some flood advisories earlier. Those since have been discontinued, but those strong winds are going to prevent anything from developing down here. So that's good news. Now, when we get into late August and as we get into September, we always turn our attention to the west coast of Africa, because that's where our strongest storms tend to originate, and then we watch them move into the eastern Atlantic and central Atlantic. Right now, you notice just a broad area of showers and storms along this dashed purple line. This is what we call the monsoon trough, and what it means is we have winds that are coming together. We have southerly winds here on the south side, northerly winds on the north side, and that creates lift or rising air, and that's why we see all the clouds and showers. But right now, they're all disorganized. We do have, though, an area of spin, and this area of spin is what we're going to want to watch over the next few days, because sometimes if you get showers and thunderstorms organizing over those areas of spin, it can develop or form into a tropical storm. So let's take you forward in time over the next few days, and you can track the spin on our low-level spin graphic. You can see those blue contours as we move through the week become more spread out. So that spin that's defined now is going to become more diffuse. That's because of unfavorable conditions that are ahead of this spin, particularly the dry air. And you know, we've been talking about this dry air a lot this year. What happens is these thunderstorm complexes, they move off of Africa, and then once they get into this dry air, it's a big roadblock for them because of that dry air suppresses development. It really kills off the showers and thunderstorms, and without those, you really don't see any tropical development. So otherwise, in the tropics, we are watching Invest 94E, an area of disturbed weather, a broad area of low pressure here to the south of Mexico. Now we're going to watch this again on our low-level spin graphic, because we can track this as it moves up toward the Baja California Peninsula. But notice this one, unlike our other one, becomes a little more defined. We do expect that it will develop. The Hurricane Center calling for an 80% chance of this becoming Tropical Storm Ivo over the next few days. And what this could mean is some impacts here in the southwest U.S. We're talking about 3 to 5 inches of heavy rainfall possible across parts of Southern California as we get into early next week. So we'll keep an eye on this. Back to you, Mark.
Thanks, Michael. And